Gigabyte Grizzly Brohema. And this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, or like this, or like this, or like this. Like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. If I see you without one, I'm gonna kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It is Thursday night at 8 o'clock, and as usual, Fight Underground is here for the Fight Council meeting. We are here to talk about all things Fight Underground. As you saw last week, we had we lined this up a few weeks ago to have the teams on to talk about their team unity. Is everybody on the same page? A lot of rumors flying around Fight Underground. A lot of press out there stating there's a lot of dissension in some of the teams. We had Team RPW and Team Bubba on last week to give their rendition of what is going on with their teams. We will also be doing that again this week with Team Dash Bennet. But before we get going here, very special opening here tonight, back after being off for several months. He's still with the Fight Council. He's still here. He's still involved in Fight Underground business. I want to welcome back to the program, Chris Taylor. Chris, you got a lot on your mind. Let's get right down to it.
Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing? Did y'all miss me? I know you did. I missed me. Did you miss me? Paul, come on. Don't be that way. I know Boomer missed me. He's somewhere around here, is he? No, maybe not. I don't know. Dash, you love me. We have a great past, you and I, huh? Hey, buddy, how you been? I don't think I've talked to you since Fight Council started, huh?
I'm very happy to see Chris Taylor here. I typically hate each and every member of the Fight Council, so I'm glad to have somebody on that I can actually stand.
Well, hi, Stacy. Bubba.
Hi, Chris.
Listen, now that the formalities have been made, and I'm here on strict business, so let's just cut to the formalities here. I'm here representing probably about 30 other Fight Council members that couldn't be here tonight, and boy, do I got some news for all of you. So we know the whole coach team thing, all of that. That's all great, But outside of that, I got some great news. I'm about to read all this. It's pretty crazy. I had to remind myself years of concussions, all that's fun. But outside of all of that, Fight Council Underground is rewarding the best coach from the Lost Area tapings with a special honor tonight, right now. So I don't know if you all know this, but the winning coach from those tapings was one Bubba Brewer. So that being said, effective immediately, Bubba Brewer is now the new Fight Underground fight director.
Wait, what?
Wow.
You are, starting.
Wait, hold on.
You are the new Fight Underground director. You're the fight
Bubba.
director. How do you feel about that?
I'm actually.
Wait. Is this a rib?
Shut up! I'm a loss for words right now.
I'm at a loss for words.
Well, Bubba, you better have plenty of words, brother. You're in charge now. It's your meeting to run. I'm gonna sit back and listen.
Okay, here we go.
Oh wait, we're not done yet. Though we're not done yet. Okay,
I'll shut up now.
You, Bubba Brewer, will remain the fight director until the next area tapings are complete. Whereupon the winning coach from that area will then be named the new fight director. You see where this is going, everybody? You see where this is going? I see where this is going.
I see where this is going. Okay.
So that's bombshell number 1 tonight. Proceed. Good to be back.
Well, I'm glad to have you back. Thanks for that great news.
Gotcha.
So I guess, shut up. I guess
I was all for removing Paul Atlas as fight director. But this is even worse.
Dash, you were going to be seen and not heard. Thank you. But now as the
Dash, remember what they say, brother. Be careful what you wish for.
I didn't wish for this.
Well, Christmas come early. It's an unwrapped. It's a big package tonight. Okay. Ho. Thank you, Chris.
Congratulations, Bubba.
Well, thank you, Stacy. It's overwhelming news, but we got to get stuff going on. I got to be the kind of guy that Paul Atlas was, and Paul, you were a good fight director. So where do we go?
Thank you.
Where do we go, guys? This is where we go. We need the team. Dash, you have your team ready, Dash? That's where we're going to go now. You have your team.
My team is having some technical difficulties, but we're gonna persevere through it with what we have so far. We were challenged by the former fight director Paul Atlas to bring our teams in and air our dirty laundry, so to speak, live here with the Fight Council. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And for me, I'm going to set the record straight on a lot of these conspiracy theories and a lot of this narrative that the rest of the Fight Council is pushing. So first and foremost, I'd like to introduce a few members of Team Dash Bennet. First of all, I'm very, very happy to announce this man. He is, in fact, the strongest man in all of the land. He is currently undefeated in Fight Underground. And you know what? What more can I say? Please, ladies and gentlemen, give a warm welcome to Arthur McArthur.
Hello. Feeling as strong as ever. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Arthur. Thank you for being here tonight. Also on the line, we have one of the newest members of Team Dash Bennet from someplace creepy by the looks of it. We have the Sideshow Psycho one, Malakai Gage. Welcome, Malakai, and thank you for joining us tonight.
Hello, Dash.
I can tell by the look in your eyes I might be regretting this decision, but we're going to persevere through, like I said. Also joining us all the way from the Dustin Rhodes Wrestling Academy in Texas, please welcome the vivacious, pretty little psycho, Shawn Reed. Shauna, thank you for joining us this evening.
Hey, thanks for having me.
All right. Now, we're waiting on one more special guest, and I apologize because he's having technical difficulties, and he'll be on soon. But I want to address a lot of this controversy that's been discussed. Really, this narrative that's been pushed by the Fight Council in all of this. Different members of the Fight Council have been making accusations that I do not have a grip on my team. That just because there have been 2 defections recently, and I'll get to those and I'll explain those, that everyone is trying to jump ship, and that's simply not the case. Now, let's talk first about Shawn Resnick, who I'd like to make a comparison. He's really just a human garbage pail kid. Shawn Resnick was doing absolutely nothing before I called him up and said, why don't you come to Fight Underground? I offered him everything. I gave him a redemption story. I gave him a reason to fight. I gave him a high-profile match with Brohemoth. And Shawn Resnick felt very ungrateful for what I did for him. He felt as if I wasn't treating him well enough. I wasn't giving him a chance to speak his voice. I was putting too much focus on other members of my team. So he made the decision to leave and go to Team Stacy Hunter. And for that, I say good riddance. Shawn Resnick had very little to offer. And if anything, I was doing him a favor by bringing him back and making him relevant. So that's one defection. But then John Roden, this one still stings a little. You see, Paul Atlas decided that he was going to form his own team, that he was going to get his own team of fighters together that he felt were misrepresented and mistreated. And he took John Roden out from under me after getting him all the way to the Area 2 finals. Now, I want to talk about what happened in that match with John Roden and Beastman. Because in that match, Justin Idol got involved. Justin Idol, the new coach of Beastman, distracted the referee. Beastman used his bone, an illegal object, to hit John Roden and win the match. But the Fight Council, they didn't see any reason to blame Justin in that scenario. They didn't see any reason to blame Beastman. They put the blame 100% solely on Dash Bennet for not being there. So they got in his head, they got him to defect, and right now we're 2 down. But I would argue that despite that, this group is stronger than ever. I believe in each and every one of you, and I hope you have that same faith and belief in me. So I want to pitch it to everyone. What are your thoughts? What are your feelings? Are we still on the same page? Are you still looking at me as your leader? So, Arthur, I want to hear from you first. The strongest man in all the land. What are your thoughts as far as your role on this team?
Well, I have to say, first off, I'd like to apologize to you and the rest of my team for not being there at Area 2, as you know, due to circumstances out of all of our controls and for the safety of everyone, I couldn't be there. Should have won Area 1's final, but you know, it is what it is. But as far as your leadership, I think you've done a swell job. From what I've seen, these defections, this Shawn Resnick fellow, I mean, I saw what happened. I see these things. You did the best you could, and he just fell flat. What, he faced that one dude, Vance Strader? Oh, great. You know, anyone could have won that one, but he just fell flat. You know, you did the best you could, and obviously you were there as best you can, and John Roden, he was cheated, and he just blames you. I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
You know, I don't get it either. And quite honestly, had you been there at Area 2, had you been there to face the Rev, we'd be looking at a very much different title scenario than we are now. Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's all good.
Shawn Reed, I'd like to get your input. Now, you haven't been seen a lot within Fight Underground to date, but we're going to change that very soon, I promise you. Shauna, what are your thoughts on these defections? What are your thoughts on, you know, your role on this team?
I mean, I think all these defections are bullcrap. You know, obviously they were the weakest link and they're gone now. So I see things as goodbye, good riddance. We didn't need you in the first place. Now, I haven't been around Fight Underground for a while. Actually, the women's division in Fight Underground hasn't really been around. What has there been? One match? And you know what? That match that happened, I think it was Scarlett versus Ronnie. I've beaten both of them. So you're lucky to have pretty much, I personally think, one of the most dominant people on your team, the most dominant woman on your team. Because with me on your team, with me, we are going to take it to the top. We are going to dominate the women's division, and we're going to dominate all of Fight Underground. So for those other people, good riddance. It was fun while it lasted.
I couldn't agree more, Shauna, and I can't wait until we get to Area 3 and you can dominate this Viragas division. I mean, you look at the rest of the women on this roster. You have Ronnie Nicole, you have Scarlett, you have Tatiana Rose, you have Charlie Cruel, and quite frankly, and you have Honey Badger. And quite frankly, Shauna Reed is above all of them. We have Shauna Reed here and the rest of the women's division down here. So I can't wait until we get to Area 3. And like I said, you can assert your dominance and show that you are the top woman in Fight Underground.
I couldn't agree more.
Malakai, I'd like to get your thoughts on this scenario as well. As best as you can articulate, I'd like to know what's going on in that head of yours.
Dash. John Roden. Sean Resnick. They're cowards. The two of them. When times get tough, they left. I'm here to stay.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate those responses from all of you, and I hope that this certainly puts an end to the narrative that I don't have control of my team, that people are looking to defect and they're looking to jump ship, because that's truly not the case. I believed in each and every one of you when the rest of the Fight Council didn't, and I still do, and I can assure you that each and every one of you are going to the top of Fight Underground under my leadership. Now, conspicuous by his absence, and unfortunately, technical difficulties are keeping him away right now, but I'd like to address one AJ Alexander, a man that quite frankly, if this group were the Four Horsemen, he would be my pick as the Ric Flair of the group. And that's no disrespect to anyone else, because everyone else has a very, very important role in this team. But as far as AJ is concerned, he was my number one draft pick. He's the person that I see nothing but potential for, and I want to groom him into being one of the top guys in Fight Underground. So I'm sure if AJ was on here, he'd have nothing but good things to say, like the rest of you. So it sounds like, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like we're all on the same page, that the rest of the Fight Council can go to hell, and we are going to be the team to focus on in Fight Underground and in Area 3. Now, let's talk about Area 3. Shauna, you addressed the women's division. I'd like to know from you, what is your dream scenario for Area 3? What is your dream scenario to go against a member of the Viragas division?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I have, not, like I said, been around for prior stuff here. As you can see, I've been traveling and I've been getting better, and I've been training with the best. I'm currently in Texas training with Dustin Rhodes. So when I get back and when I go to Area 3, I don't care which woman you put in front of me, Ronnie, Charlie, Scarlett, Honey Badger. I have history with every single one of those girls. The only one I haven't wrestled is Tatiana, but I guarantee it'll be an easy win. So whoever you guys put in front of me, I'm obviously going to beat them, and I'm going to take us to the top. That's what I do.
Absolutely, I agree. And I think that's something that's really understated is when you look at the three of you. Shauna, you've been down there training all of 2021 so far with Dustin Rhodes. Malakai Gage, you spent the last year, while most people haven't even got off their couches, You've spent the last year training with the best of the best in the business, with Al Snow, with Tom Pritchard, with Ricky Morton, with Kurt Hawkins, with a number of people that are, considered some of the best trainers in this business. You've only gotten better in this downtime. And Arthur, dare I say, you're probably, out of the entire Fight Underground roster, one of the most traveled individuals over this last year. And dare I say, you've probably doubled in experience in that time with as many matches as you've wrestled. So I think that anyone can look at the members of Team Dash Bennet and where they were prior to the formation of Fight Underground. I guarantee you that each and every one of these team members has improved and has even more to offer than they did previously. When you finally see them in the ring, you're going to see something completely different than what you expect. And I personally can't wait for it. Arthur, I'd like to get your thoughts on Area 3. I would love nothing more than to bring you in and keep your undefeated streak going, and maybe even get you that rematch against the Rev that you so sorely deserve. Arthur, where do you see yourself when we get to Area 3?
Well, Area 3, like I said before, it sucks that I couldn't be there for Area 2. So I'm hungrier than ever, Seeing everything happen without me there just really hurt my soul. In Area 3, I have a lot to prove. I have a lot to prove to everybody and all the fans of Fight Underground that I truly am the strongest man in all the land and truly the top of the Alpha Division. My dear friend Chuck Stone's on a bit of a hiatus right now, so I have to take the reins myself, and that's all right. But as far as Area 3 goes, give me anyone. It doesn't matter who, Beastman, Rev, anyone. I got this.
Absolutely, you do. I could not agree more. Malakai, we're in a bit of an unfortunate situation here. Again, under the previous leadership of Paul Atlas, he thought it would be a great idea to put you and Lucio DeVere together as a tag team for Area 3. And while normally that would be fine under normal circumstances, Lucio is a member of Team Bubba Brewer, and I can't think of a more torturous scenario than having to work together and see eye to eye with Bubba as it relates to managing a team. Malakai, what are your thoughts about this dynamic as we go into Area 3?
Well, you, Dash Bennett, you will have to cooperate with Bubba Brewer for the sake of Team Dash. That is the key to success.
Okay. As much as I'd hate to do so, as much as I hate Bubba, I'll do it as a personal favor to you, and I'll do it as a favor to Team Dash Bennet, because let's think about the long game. If we can be the winners of Area 3, then we are the ones in charge, not me. We are the ones in charge. So yes, I agree.
We will be the leaders of Area 3.
Yes, I couldn't agree with you more. We're going to look at the long game on this. So thank you to Shawn Reed, to Arthur McArthur, to Malakai Gage for joining us tonight. Do any of you have any final thoughts?
I got some. I just kind of turned it on last second. Like you said before, I'm very well traveled. I've been going everywhere trying to get better for Fight Underground for the return. Name every state, you can think of right now in the Midwest. I've been there. Some of the top names, such as your boy Sam Beal, who had just beaten, well, no, he didn't beat him. He wrestled John Roden. I just faced him. A lot of great memories, a lot of great times. And I'm bringing that experience into Area 3. And I can't wait to work with all of you. And I'll be seeing you soon.
All right. Thank you, Arthur. All right. Thank you again to Arthur McArthur, to Shawn Reed, and to Malakai Gage for joining. Bubba, I guess the floor is yours now.
Well, thank you very much. Now that I am the fight director, acting accordingly as I sat back and listened to your speech with your team, I'm going to let it go back to the fellow council members to actually have a say on what was just said. So I'm going to go with Paul first. Paul, what do you got to say?
You're muted, Paul.
All right, there it goes. I had a little bit of technical difficulties myself there for a moment. As I was trying to state, I wish the members of Dash's team would have hung around a little bit. We're trying to, I have a few things that came out of this meeting. First of all, I think, unfortunately for everybody, that was the longest we've had to endure Dash Bennet. Sorry to do that to you on your first night, Bubba.
Oh, that's okay.
One thing for sure is you speak about unity on your team. I want to know how much you paid each one of them to say that, because, again, out of everybody, you lost 2 members, basically to me, because they couldn't stand you. I mean, let's face it, they couldn't stand you. Shawn Resnick thought you were a loudmouth punk. John Roden was looking for guidance, as we've claimed to want to have in our coaches, which again is the reason for forming Team Atlas, to show what unity and teamwork is. These 2 gentlemen that you have and the young lady, Shawn Reed, this is specifically for you, young lady. You talk about Tatiana Rose. Well, Tatiana Rose may be young to this business, but she's hanging with Paul Atlas now. You go home and talk to Cody, Shauna. He knows who Paul Atlas is. So if you want to come at Tatiana, I will welcome the challenge, young lady.
So you're putting a challenge out, Paul?
I would be willing to put Tatiana up against Shauna Reed every day of the week and twice on Sundays.
Okay, Paul, but she's got to go through Scarlett from before, correct? So we got to get through that first.
Dude, you're in charge now.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to be as professional as I can be.
Well, I'm just saying, you're in charge. You're in charge. If that's how you want to do it,
I'm going to roll the dice, pay the price. Okay,
yeah, that's how you want to do it.
Okay, well, yeah, she called your person out, and I see no doubt about that. That should be a signed match in Fight Underground.
Hey,
so let me go.
I'll be more than happy to go through one to get to Shauna.
Okay.
Well, like she said, she's willing to take on anyone in the Virago's division and Fight Underground. So anyone that you put her in the ring with is going to be an easy win.
Okay, Dash, you get 30 seconds. You're done. I have to go to other council members, but we won't get it all done tonight. Okay. Thank you. And just sit back and listen. Okay, now I'm going to go to Potter. What is your take on this situation, sir?
It was painful to listen to this. Dash, I'm usually a big supporter of yours, but that was just too long-winded for me.
That was my birthday present to you.
Well, thank you for that. My birthday is now officially over because we're already at the end of the day. It's now March 5th. So I do see that there is some unity amongst your team. However, you did lose 2 people. You had 2 people that have been pulled to different teams. I don't know.
But does it look like any of them are concerned with that? Clearly, no. They're not.
Like I did last week, I gave 2 the boot because I thought that they were the weak links of my team. And I needed to regroup and show unity amongst the people that I am loyal to and that are loyal to me. And I think that that's what you're lacking. I think you need to have some loyalty amongst your team. Hence the reason why you had Shawn Resnick leave. John Roden got stolen because I think that there wasn't any unity. So I'm not sure what's going to happen there, Dash. I'm sorry. Again, I'm on your side most of the time in these debates, but this week I'm I'm not sure about that.
I just want to know what conversation you guys just listened to. How did we not show that we had unity? That I have a team that believes in me just as I believe in them. You keep harping on these two defections, and I clearly addressed those. So maybe I need to talk about them some more.
No, please don't. No, please don't. Okay, you expressed enough tonight, actually, and we got to get through these council members. It's not the Dash Bennet show. Okay, there's other council members that need to.
Damn well
express
should
themselves.
be.
No, because ratings would drop. They would drop. I'm telling you that right now.
Bubba, as fight director, you have the power to mute.
God bless America on that one. Okay. So, okay, who's up next? I'm going to go with Stacy. Stacy, I know you got a lot to say, and please be as candid as you can because it's all about Dash's team. So you have the floor, dear.
You know, first of all, I have to say Dash has done more crying over Resnick leaving him than I did when him and I broke up years ago. Get the hell over it already. Jesus Christ. As far as this meeting that he just had, I have seen reality shows that weren't as scripted as that. Between this and last week, Bubba, sorry, the ass kissing sessions we got going on here. You're not going to sit here and tell me that everything is peachy and there's absolutely no problems in either one of your teams. Give me a break. I don't believe
Stace,
that.
I'll cut right in on that. Stace, my team is good because I support them. So I'm the biggest cheerleader you ever seen, Stacey. I'm sorry you don't like that. And
I can slightly believe your team being more cohesive than Dash's. When the rest of them realize what a weasel and piece of shit he is, they're going to leave him too.
Well, thank God for that. You're pretty candid. That was pretty good. Do you want to add a little bit more? Throw some more gas on that fire? Because I know Dash is just wants to say something. I'm sure he does. Go ahead.
It's funny that Stacey would call me that because she's nothing but a big human pile of excrement.
Dash,
Aww.
come on.
Seriously, Dash, you really need to get over this. There's a reason that all my exes come crawling back to me. You know, it's
okay,
just
we're not getting personal here, Stace.
It's just that I'm so awesome and I can do everything perfect.
Okay, well, we hope your team meeting is just as good as Dash's. I guess.
I was just say, if I could interject just for a second, Bubba.
Go ahead, Paul. Go ahead.
We're hearing a lot of excrement talking from Miss Hunter tonight, but yet
Isn't
we
shit
haven't heard
talking
from
what
her.
I do best, though?
Well, but again, we haven't heard yet from her team. I mean, let's talk about Tatiana Rose a little bit there, girl.
Why?
She wasn't happy.
Who cares about Tatiana Rose? She's gone. Bye-bye. You will hear from my team next week, including Dylan Dean.
Oh,
everybody.
I have to say, I'll believe that when I see it.
I was just going to say that, Paul. I'll believe that one when I see it.
Dylan Dean will be here next week. I will have my team.
I can shut him up too because I'm the fight director.
The only member of my team that will not be here next week is Loss Prevention because he is in an undisclosed location training for Area 3.
Is that his status? He's training? Is he 85% healthy?
That is the weekly loss prevention update. He is training. He is healthy.
Okay. Now thanks, Stace. Well, let me go. I'm not even going to you, Dash. Let me go. You know what? Boomer. It's been a while, Boomer. You've been soaking us all in. You haven't been around for a while. Come on, say something from the heart, Boomer. What you just saw about 15 minutes ago.
That was the biggest long-winded pile of excrement that I've ever seen in my life. I am back. Look, it's been about 3 months, right? But I've been busy. Look, promoting the Iron City Ass Kickers released April 3rd, right? And filming movies, The Dirty Hands Man, set to release April 2021. And working on the 987 documentary. I got all my plugs out. We're good to go.
Okay, brother. Keep it going.
Yeah, you know me. I plug. It is good to be back. It's good to see your face, Bubba. It really is. I've got to say this. In my absence, because I am a busy man. In my absence, and I'm trying to catch up. And Dash, you bore me to death. You really do. You're monotone and la 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 la. But so I've got a purpose of being back, right? And we're talking about people defecting, and we're talking about, is this team trustworthy and this and that. And I've got a little bit of news. I'm dropping bombs and banging moms. Here it is. I've got two things that no other council member has. Are you ready for this? Number one, I am best friend. No. Take that back. I am family to Dylan Dean. We talk on a daily basis. Me and Dylan we're like peas and carrots, baby.
I believe that.
We are
I
peas
believe
and
that.
carrots. Peanut butter and jelly, ham and burger. We are together, right? So, Stacy, you might think that Dylan is playing nice to you, but here's the fact. You never trust a snake, and Dylan's the biggest one here, and that's why I love him. Number two, we can sit here and we can say that all these team leaders are helping their team by helping them with promos and doing this and doing that. Here is the real deal. I have something that no other council member has, and that is not one, but two running promotions in the Carolinas. Two. I have been in contact with a lot, and I'm talking several, and I'm not going to disclose this because I want you guys to kind of sweat this out and kind of rack your brain and think, oh, is he talking about my team? Is he talking about my guy? I have been in contact, and people are not happy. People that are committed, and I'll use the air quotes, people that are committed to their teams might not be so committed because I am offering an opportunity to wrestle in front of a live crowd. And that is something that no other council member here has to offer.
That's a bombshell right there. I agree. I can't offer that. Okay, but I mean, it's good to see you. But are you going to give us any hints on who contacted you?
Oh, I have been in contact with several. They're all wanting to come to the Carolinas, and they're all wanting to wrestle in front of a live crowd. They're all wanting to get better. So think real hard, Dash Bennet. RPW, happy birthday.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And Stacy and the rest of the Fight Council, be mindful, because the one that you trust the most just might be the one that stabs you in the back.
Okay.
Right
so let me
now,
ask
I
you
feel
another
like
question. Since I know you might not tell me, but so I know you and Dylan are like this. You guys are like two peas in a pot. I know that.
We talk every day.
So what you're saying is about Stacy, he could jump ship too?
He could. Just know that how close Dylan and I are. Keep that in the back of your mind, Stacy.
What do you got to say about that, Stace?
Hey, mind if I chime in? Go ahead, Stace.
I never said I trusted Dylan. First of all, I know better. I've been around long enough to know I do not trust Dylan D. So, I mean, whatever happens, happens.
Okay. And then speaking, Chris Taylor, the floor is yours, sir.
Me again. Yeah, I've been quiet for a couple of minutes. I'm actually taking care of a little bit of business. It's funny, there's all this him-hawing and he-hawing over, people not being happy, people leaving, people wanting to jump ship here and there. Boomer Payne just hit on it. And, of course, Dash hit it on a while ago. Well, it's funny that comes up because, I'm in a chat with some of the other council members right now. And here's a funny little bombshell. You all like bombshells tonight, right? So let's drop one more. Here's something that's official. Here's a bombshell that is set in stone. Moving forward, upon completion of all future team meetings, you know how they do it in the NFL when people aren't happy? Maybe they want to go somewhere else and make more money. What do they go through? Bubba, you're the big football guy, huh? Boomer? What do they go through? What do they go into? Free agency. Guess what Fight Underground is going to have? That's right, folks. Free agency. So complete your team meetings. Talk to who you got to talk to, because free agency is right around the corner. Bombshell number 2.
Wow. You're full of that tonight.
That's that real excrement right there.
Woo. Okay. Well, it's a lot of news going on this Thursday night, ladies and gentlemen. You have anything else, Mr. Taylor?
You know, I do have one more bombshell to drop, but you know what? We're going to wait. We're going to wait, because I'm not ready to drop it just quite yet. Maybe next week. Who knows? It's good to be back, like I said. It's really, really good. I'm having fun. I'm having a good time.
You're 2 for 2 tonight. 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
Okay. Now I gotta put them on, because I'm gonna say something. Because Dash, that was you talked about yourself on that lovely promo, and I appreciate Malakai Gage actually giving me some props. So how are you gonna deal with that, Dash? And I'll let you respond on that, because I don't think your team is all that. Because it's all about you, as everybody knows that you just do a lot of talking, and I think your team is probably going to be leaving you too, like a lot of them, except for the 2 that just left. But go ahead, Dash.
Bubba, are you putting a timer? Are you putting a timer on that?
Yeah, he's got about 30 seconds.
Look, Bubba, I hate you. You hate me. Nothing's going to change that. But if I need to coexist with you in order to win Area 3 and essentially get your job, I'll muscle through it. I'm done. That's it.
That's it? Oh, my God. 12 seconds. Every interview you should do on Fight Council from now on while I'm Fight Director is 12 seconds. Get 12 seconds. How's that? Because you're not going to say anything positive about some situations, and it's all about you. So that's
all right, well, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take a little bit. Let me take a little bit of Dash's time here and direct
Go ahead, Paul.
here to Mr. Taylor. Where is this information coming from? I mean, I know as of tonight we had a little bit of power switch going on here, but up until the witching hour, I was pretty much in charge of what was going on, and I heard nothing about this free agency thing. I mean, dude, I know I taught you everything you know, but I didn't teach you everything I know. So I'm wondering where you pulled this one out of your ass.
Well, I mean, I'm not pulling it out of my own ass. I mean, I'm receiving some messages from other Fight Council members, and I'm just relaying some information that was given to me.
How come
I was brought in here to be the bombshell dropper tonight. Don't shoot the messenger. You know what I mean? So,
okay.
You know.
So let me ask you a question. How do we even do this? If I'm the Fight Council guy, how can we do any free agency when everybody's signed? Like, I see where Paul's getting at this. So
don't worry. Details are coming very, very soon.
Well,
very soon. I don't even have all the details yet, to be honest with you. I'm just dropping bombshells. That's it. That's what I'm here to do.
And you have a lot more to drop from what you're telling us.
Of course I do.
Okay.
Wouldn't be me if there wasn't. So
I understand. I mean, I'm not, even if I wasn't the Fight Council director as of now acting, I don't agree with stuff, and I'm trying to be partial because I know I said some stuff when Paul formed his own team, and I'm trying to be impartial. It's a very hard job, Paul. I mean, I see where you're coming from doing this and trying to, I have my own team, and how am I supposed to do my own team and try to be partial with everybody else and be fair and balanced, and the only fairness I can get, guys, is Dash gets 12 seconds while I'm on board as Fight Director. But we're going to have to figure this out, this free agency stuff, okay? And there's a lot of stuff that I don't even know that I should be knowing if I am the acting Fight Council individual. So, guys, what else do you guys have to say? Do you guys agree with what I have to say?
Well, Bubba, let me just point something out here. I mean, I know this honor has been bestowed upon you, and brother, your team has been the top team so far. But I just find it perplexing, for lack of a better term, that two individuals show up tonight that let's face it, haven't been around for months.
Right.
And all of a sudden, all this goes down. Boomer Payne in the house after months and months of, and we know the relationship between him and Dylan Dean. Bubba, you know it just as well as anybody else. Dylan Dean, I know Dylan Dean probably better than anybody other than Boomer Payne on this council. That man has been a pain in my ass for 20 plus years. It just seems really funny that all this is coming about right when it seemed like things were all in line. Boomer Payne drops back in the house, and Chris Taylor jumps in with all these bombshells. I mean, I get the live events, Boomer. I get it, brother. You're in North Carolina. You know, you don't have an asshat for a governor who shut the whole place down and won't let us do anything. Hey, props to you on that one. I mean, if I was still active, I'd take you up on it, because hell, we ain't doing much around here, that's for sure. But this free agency thing, Taylor, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, you haven't been around for months. I haven't heard from you in months, and then all of a sudden you're dropping this shit down. And I don't know, Bubba. Good luck to you, brother. That's
well,
all
yeah. I'm gonna have to get a big shovel, because it just seems like bombs are dropping. So I mean, I respect what you did as the fight director, and I guess I'm now due to my team. And I guess they say every dynasty crumbles. Hopefully mine doesn't, but nothing's guaranteed in life. So, I mean, I think we all need to go back to our camps and get the plans formalized for next week and see what's going on with this free agency stuff. Boomer throwing stuff out of, people going down there and being able to wrestle. And you're right, we haven't seen him in a while, and he's dropping bombshells too. I mean, everybody's dropping bombshells except for the people that's been on this fight council for a long, long time.
Well, let's just hold up for a second, because I dropped the biggest bombshell last week, and I think I was the one that jump-started this free agency thing. I cut 2 people from my team just like that because they weren't holding up their end. Right. So did I jumpstart this? Because again, last week I cut 2 guys that couldn't hold up their end of the bargain, that I felt as though were the weakest links, that weren't on the same page. And I'll go on record right now and say I think that those were the ones that tipped off that news story about the dissension with my team. So screw those guys. Good riddance to them. Bubba, there's a tag team for you if you want to pick them up in free agency.
No. If you drop them, I know they're not good. Why would I want to pick them up? I only pick up.
They are the good guys.
Well, they're not the good guys. I would just pick up people off Dash's team just to piss them off. But
you're not going to get anyone off my team, because no one on my team
9,
is going to be a free agent,
11,
Bubba.
12,
no one is going to.
Yep. Thank you. 12 seconds is all he gets, guys, until I get kicked out of this position.
But wait a second, Bubba. Let me just. I want to ask Dash something. How are you so confident that no one else is going to defect from your team? What are you actually offering them but guidance? What else? What have you got? Absolutely nothing. And by the way, Paul says hi.
What from tonight's call
sure
gave you any indication that I'm going to be losing anyone? They obviously believe in me. They're going to follow
9,
me into battle.
10, 11, 12
You
seconds.
shut the hell up, Bubba.
Dash, all I can tell you is all it took was one phone call, and I had John Roden. So what makes you think that nobody else on this council can pick up a phone and make that one phone call? You overgrown, bloated bag of excrement.
Because none of the rest of these team members are going to be brainwashed. Just like you brainwashed Shawn Resnick. Just like you brainwashed
really?
John Roden.
Seriously, on that note, we got to end it with that.
Are we still crying about Resnick? Jesus freaking Christ, Dash. The excrement coming out of your mouth about this is just, I can't anymore.
Stace, maybe you can set up a play date with him.
No, he might kill Dash. That could be a plus.
Look, let's just all sit back, think about this free agency stuff. Next week, Stacy, your team is going to be out there, right? Next week with Dylan Dean in the house.
Yes, my team will be here next week.
Okay. You know what? I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Listen to Fight Underground on the Fight Underground Facebook, Twitter, and all our social media stuff. It's my honor as new fight director to shut up Dash at any time. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching, and we will see you guys next week.